Hey guys, my name is Kiara. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about 5 things I've learned from my first 2 businesses, Connect and Thickiepie. Now, if you don't know, back in college, around like 2016, 2017, I created 2 brands, Connect and Thickiepie. Connect was a online thrift boutique that I solely operated off of Instagram. I not only did I resell thrift clothes, but I also customized thrift clothes as well. And then Thickiepie was really a brand dedicated to curvy women. I had a pair of shorts. A friend gave me some black shorts, and I came up with a logo and put Thickiepie on the back and just started selling them and promoting the brand. And those 2 brands were basically like my entry point into like entrepreneurship, social media management, and content creation. Especially because, like I said, I've been operating it solely off of Instagram. And I kind of just wanted to reflect and just think on some things that I've learned, some things that I would wish I would have done, some things I'm going to apply now in my business. So with that being said, I'm going to go with the first thing. The first thing I've learned from my business, those 2 businesses, was simple systems work. Simple systems work. And what I mean by that is back when I had those 2 businesses, I adapted a system one of my friends had with his business. But basically, that system was I would post items I'm selling. And if someone was interested in purchasing that item, they would let me know in the DM and send their email. In turn, I'll send the invoice through PayPal to their email that they gave me, and they'll pay the invoice and I'll ship it off. And I think my friend is still using that method to this day. Now he has a shop, so you know he's a little bit more flexible in how he deals with his transactions. But I think till this day he still uses that system, and that made me realize that simple systems work. Like simple systems work. I found that in the past with business, I would try to like do everything I saw like the gurus do, at least like the organized gurus. I would try to get like this a Notion template for this system, or get a sauna for this, or get Airtable for this, instead of figuring out like what's my actual workflow. And I realized that like keeping it simple with like pen and paper, and like just figuring out my workflow and just creating my system has been so helpful for me. Because now that I kind of simplified now that I've simplified what I'm doing, and I'm not adding on the extra stuff or trying to do anything, not even just with the system, but just adding on extra unnecessary things. um it's allowing me to add on to it. And I realized, with that, all in all, simple systems work. And as you create the simple systems, you can continue to gradually add onto those systems instead of trying to start big at the beginning. You just work your way up. Next thing is to have fun in my business. That is the second thing I've learned from my past 2 business from college. That's what inspired me to get into this whole carefree feeling, this whole carefree journey, and just being embracing my imperfection is just having fun. Because right around this time when I started this YouTube, I just started to reflect on how like I was back when I was creating content for my business in college, and I was so carefree, and I had fun with it, and I just used my creativity. I let my imagination run wild, and I didn't think too much about algorithms. Now I feel like when it comes to content in general, like I feel like everybody's so focused on the algorithm, making sure like their content wins against the algorithm, making sure it aligns with the algorithm, making sure it looks good for the algorithm. Like I feel like it's so algorithm and people centered, and yet it's supposed to be people centered because you're trying to reach your target audience. But like I feel like, like I said, we just lost the fun out of it. So like I really am getting back to that, having fun with my content, not thinking too much, not trying to get so caught up in it, just being carefree and just being curious and exploring, what ideas I have or what I want to do with the ideas that I do have. Next, something I wish I would have done more back when I did have my business, and something I'm definitely going to implement now moving forward in my business is collaborating with people. I feel like there's so much power when you do things in groups and you do things with community. I feel like you get further ahead, and I wish I would have taken advantage of collaborating with more people in my field back in college, especially for where I was at. I was in Richmond, Virginia, at Virginia Commonwealth University, and like that area was like really so creative. You have photographers, you have makeup artists, you had creative directors, you had designers, you had any type of creative that you could think of was enrichment. And I wish at the time I wish I would have just leaned into that, like tapped into like the up and coming photographers, tap into the up and coming models, and really we can all help each other eat and build up. I remember Issa Rae saying this quote a lot, and I'm paraphrasing it, but she's basically saying like work across your level, like don't try to work up, like work across your level. It's easy to work with each other because you guys all got the same hunger, and y'all all could benefit each other. So moving forward, especially now, I'm definitely going to be looking to collaborate with other business owners in my field, and really and other people outside of like marketing. Like I have a fashion background, so I really want to tap in with photographers, some designers, especially because I want to lean into my creative director bag. So I'm going to definitely be utilizing that moving forward. I also want to say I think a lot of people are hesitant with collaborating because competition, but I'm just like I said, like if we work together towards a common goal, I feel like there's power in numbers versus trying to do it yourself. Like you can't do everything yourself. There's power in numbers, there's power in community, and I wouldn't look as trying to like work with someone in your same field as like competition. So yeah, I would definitely be incorporating, collaboration in my business. I don't know how quite yet. I have an idea, but that's something I would definitely be incorporating in my business. Then community. Like I said, there's power in numbers, there's power in community. Now that I understand how powerful community is, that's definitely going to be a priority for me, just in my business, especially being on YouTube, is just nurturing and cultivating my community. But, just thinking back on my business, like I wish I would have leaned into learning who my audience was, who I was speaking to, because like when I did it, I just jumped into it. So I didn't understand nothing about community. I had a sense of it, but like I didn't understand the value of having community. I didn't realize that I had community until after I left those businesses, and people will come up to me talking about, oh, like you were the owner of this, like you inspired me. And it's just like, whoa, like me, that's crazy. Like, um, it just made me realize, like, damn, community was there. My bad, sorry. It was like community was there, but like I never really tapped into them. So one thing for sure that I'm taking, from like my past businesses is to lean into my community and continue to learn my audience. And I'm kind of going off on the side with this, but like, especially with that, continue to learn my audience, because like it's kind of like a relationship, right? Like I don't want to get to a point where I know my audience, but then I get complacent with how I treat my audience because I think I already know them. I want to continue to learn them, even if I think I know them behind like the back of my hand. Like, we're always changing, we're always evolving. So that's something I definitely want to prioritize. Like just continuing to learn my audience, learn who they are, and just lean into that community and to lean and nurture and cultivate it into what I envision it to be. I think the last thing I've learned from being in business doing connecting Thickiepie is, and I think these two go hand in hand, so I'm going to say it, is being a risk taker and believing in myself. Now, even though I started a business, did 2 businesses at that, back in college, which just was very uncommon to do around that time. Like it was rare too, mind you. Even though that was a bold thing to do, I still struggled with fear and doubt. I didn't believe in myself. I didn't have my confidence wasn't always there. It was somewhat there, but my confidence wasn't always there. And I wish during that time I would have believed in myself more. Because I feel like if I would have believed in myself more, I would have took more risks. I would have took advantage of what was around me. I would have put myself out there more. I would have leaned more into my uncomfortability. And I'm not resentful because everything happens for a reason. Everything's in its timing. It happens how it happens, right? But what I will take from that is like moving forward to not allow myself to get caught up in fear and doubt, to go against the grain, to lean into it, lean into that uncomfortability. I wish I've been doing, especially with doing this YouTube, but to really just put myself out there and to just be a risk taker, to truly believe in myself, to trust in my capabilities, but also trust in what God has placed in me and what He has for me and what He has envisioned for me. To just continue to put myself out there, continue to have faith, to continue to take risks, continue to just, go against the grain, be daring, do things that I wouldn't have imagined. I feel like I owe that to myself to do that, my younger self to do that. So that is something I'm definitely going to take heed to when it comes to my business. Because I feel like scared money can't make no money, baby. Can't make no money. You got to take risks and you have to believe in yourself in business. Like, you have to believe in yourself. Not only that, I'm just reflecting now. Like, it's just making me think, like, what I'm learning. Like, it also, like, taught me the importance of doing the internal work in your personal life, because like I said, I had a video on this, like, your personal habits do go into your business habits. So like, again, like, I would just, from that, I'm learning, like, okay, not that I don't do it now, but really like prioritize that, self-development, because I feel like you can get lost in that. Like, there's so much going on. Like, sometimes you need to take time to yourself and to just do self-development and to, pour into yourself. So I would definitely take time and, prioritize that. I am prioritizing that. But yeah, so that's all I've learned. Just a quick reflection on what I've learned, some things that I'm just like, okay, I want to imply this. I saw I didn't do it then. Let me take the chance now to do what I didn't do back then. Especially, like I said, I owe it to my younger self. I feel like she'll be so proud of me right now. So, yeah, if you have a business, let me know any challenges or things that you've learned from your business. Um, as you in this entrepreneurship journey. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.